Hi, I'm Bucky Beeman, commercial realtor in Rochester, Minnesota. I work at Realty Growth Incorporated here in Rochester. I'm here with Tyler Ogg, and we are starting to shoot some content for 2016. And today specifically, I'm going to talk about Snapchat. One guy I've started to follow very closely online is Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk, if you haven't seen him, strongly recommend going to YouTube and checking out the Ask Gary V show. I think a lot of the people around me are probably tired of me talking about Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk, flipping love the content that he's pushing out so much. Gary Vaynerchuk. So one thing I like about Gary Vaynerchuk, you know who I'm talking about. No. But one thing he's been preaching is about Snapchat and how you can use it in your business in 2016. Gary's story is that he has built his businesses thanks to the internet. And that's somewhat similar to my story of how I've got to where I am today, is using the internet to my advantage. We're in a small community in regards to the whole United States. It's about 120,000 people approximately. And there's not a lot of people in our city pushing out content online. And I really want to challenge myself in 2016 to create more content, just so that I'm practicing what he preaches and hopefully practicing what I preach. So Snapchat for me has been a tool that I just recently started using, and I always viewed Snapchat as maybe just a high school type tool that kids in high school are using to send messages back and forth. Like Gary says, it was a sexting app, but it's way more. It's not that at all. Like how it can be used is pretty amazing related to business. And one thing he's preaching is just start doing it, just start shooting. And so what I pushed Tyler to do, and Tyler is pushing me to do, is let's do it. Let's put it to work for 2016, and let's try to get some content online. And so Snapchat allows me to do that throughout my day. I can share examples, stories, pictures, visuals of what I'm doing. So I can be showing a property and simply walking through, and the people on the other end of Snapchat that follow me, I can share with them what property I'm looking at or examples I get myself in throughout the day. So as I go throughout my day, I am now using Snapchat, which then in turn has allowed me to be more comfortable in creating content, not just for Snapchat, but for these other channels. It has helped me open up my eyes to say, I'm in a scenario that is actually probably a good piece of content that I should be putting out to my channels. And because of using Snapchat, I recognize it because my eyes are open to it. Once I've gotten the routine of doing it, it becomes routine. It becomes a daily habit. And I can then take that content that I create on Snapchat and also use it on other channels like Twitter, like my Facebook. And that's been a wonderful thing as well of how Snapchat is being used. Snapchat is very much in its infant stages, like Gary Vaynerchuk also speaks about. And so if you can start using it now, the ability to gain traction and gain followers, gain people that are paying attention to your story is a lot more likely than if you were to go on to Facebook and all of a sudden start posting, because there's so many people that are already on Facebook. So that's one thing that I do like about it. You may ask, like, what do you want to post on Snapchat? I'm just kind of doing my daily routine, my daily life, like me going up and down the elevator talking about what's on my mind at that moment, or trying to share a story about something that I'm doing. We text all the time. We text our friends. I do it 100 times a day. With Snapchat, if people are on there, your friends, you can send them video messages instead of doing the standard text. And so I've started doing that. And an example is, if I have to send a message to Alex Didell, who I just did, who's coming to meet with us, instead of sending him a text, I just send him a snap. And so it's a video of me saying, hey Alex, hope you're going to be here soon. I'm down at the Riverside building. Look forward to seeing you. And so once I do that with my friends, it's so much easier to start creating content for my story, which in turn can be used on all these different channels. And I'm excited to be using Snapchat as probably one of the only commercial realtors in Southeast Minnesota at this point. My team members are starting to use it more as well, and we're feeding off of one another, because if I post more, they post more. If they post more, I want to post more. And so we're using this tool to really share what it's like in our daily life. It helps our customers know more about us. It helps people that maybe aren't going to be in commercial real estate understand what we do, so we're top of mind, and it can be a discussion point. If they ever have anybody ask them about commercial real estate, they can say, hey, I know Bucky does commercial real estate, because on Snapchat he showed that he's walking through properties and properties are for lease. So it's helping me get more comfortable pushing content, and it's also already being recognized by people that are in a small community such as Rochester. Let's make it a killer 2016, and I look forward to creating more content for the internet.